Hey, it's James. Welcome back to the second installment in our free video series. In this video, I'm going to show you how to turn your newly optimized website into a self-publishing, auto-updating robot that not only gets you top rankings on Google, but also automates all your social media marketing with Twitter and Facebook. And I'm going to show you how to do it in under 10 minutes, again with nothing but a couple of free tools and in a way that automates the whole thing for you going forward. And if that's not juicy enough for you, I'm also going to show you how to quickly ensure your website, whether you have one now or just setting up a new one, doesn't look like garbage on the iPhone like most websites do, but instead looks awesome and is perfectly formatted for easy mobile viewing by prospective customers, also with just a free tool in less than 2 minutes. Now, this is really the beauty of online marketing when it's done correctly. It's not only extremely effective, it can also be completely automated and set up to be totally self-sustaining. Almost every small business owner and entrepreneur recognizes today the internet can be an incredible customer generating business building tool when you know what you're doing. What most business owners and entrepreneurs don't know is that the real beauty of using the internet to acquire new customers and grow their business. It's not just in how effective it is right now, but it's really in how effective it is even when it's totally automated, hands-free, and put on autopilot. Unlike any other media or business building vehicle or method properly designed and set up, online marketing systems don't rely on or need staff, aren't sporadic in their execution, don't call in sick, and they don't need to be managed. Instead, strategically designed online marketing and customer generating systems work day in and day out without fail, consistently and predictably producing results for you without you needing to actively manage them or get your hands dirty. I mean, that's what good technology and great systems are all about. Let me give you a quick example. In our next video in this free series, we're going to talk about turning your website into a lead generation machine that works 24/7 for you on autopilot to consistently generate leads of prospective new customers for you and do all of the follow-up marketing and conversion for you, driving new prospective customers to you, highly qualified and ready to get started. So imagine for a second having a strategically designed online marketing plan and system that first consistently and reliably drives new leads to your website every day. Second, has your website doing all of the marketing and lead follow-up on autopilot. And third, steering those prospective new customers to you without you having to even think about it or manage anything. It's just sweet. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll be coming back to this and talking about getting you lots of consistent traffic to your website and converting that traffic into new customers and more cash in the next video, as well as other profitable goodies. For now, let's pick up where we left off on video 1. Talk about your newly optimized website and how to put that bad boy on autopilot, doing your social media marketing for you and getting you tons of exposure on Google. It starts with a little free tool called Twitter Feed. You can find it at twitterfeed.com. When it's set up the way I'm going to show you, Twitter Feed will take the new content that gets posted to your website and distribute it automatically for you on Facebook and Twitter. So anytime, for example, a new article gets posted on your website, it will also get shared automatically with your followers on Twitter and your friends or fans on Facebook. Now, there's a much more robust and advanced way to do this that I use where your content gets automatically shared across over 30 different social sites, including Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, MySpace, Google Buzz, and others, along mobile content and email. But for this video, this ultra basic way to automate your social marketing is good enough to get you started. Here's what you do. Go over to twitterfeed.com and sign up for a free account. Once your Twitter Feed account is created, open a new tab in your browser and go over to your WordPress website you set up. Once at your website, we need to get something called your RSS feed. RSS simply stands for really simple syndication, and the RSS feed on your website is really nothing more than a special web address that can be used to syndicate the content on your site on other websites on the internet. For the purposes of this system that we are setting up for you right now, we want to syndicate the content we're going to be putting on your website onto Twitter or Facebook. Twitterfeed.com will handle this for you, but we just need to tell Twitterfeed where to get the actual content from your website. This is done simply by telling Twitterfeed what your website's syndication link or RSS feed is. Once we tell it that link, it handles everything else on autopilot for you. So where do we find your website's RSS feed? Well, if you're using Internet Explorer as your browser, you'll see a little orange button that looks like this. Go ahead and click on it. If you're using Firefox, you'll see the little orange or blue button next to the web address in the navigation bar. Either way, go ahead and click on it. It will bring you to a web page that shows your website's RSS feed. Once there, go ahead and copy the URL or website address in the navigation bar. Then go back to twitterfeed.com and paste that RSS feed address into the section in your account labeled RSS feed URL. You can name it whatever you'd like. Once that's done, next step is to link your Twitter feed account with your Twitter and Facebook accounts. If you don't have either of these accounts yet, no big deal. They're both free and can be set up in just a couple of minutes. Within Twitter feed, you can click on the Twitter or Facebook links. You'll be asked to log into each account. This is how twitterfeed.com verifies and links up with those accounts. Once you've logged into both Twitter and Facebook via the Twitter feed dashboard, your Twitter feed account is set up. Congratulations. What this means for you is that your Twitter followers and Facebook friends and fans will be receiving great articles, content, and value from you without you having to do anything else. This is totally hands-off way of updating Twitter followers and Facebook friends and fans with solid, valuable information without you having to actually do any additional work whatsoever. Now listen, as I said, this is the ultra basic way of getting started with automated social media marketing. There's a more advanced, much more powerful way of doing this with a different free tool so that every top social media and networking site gets updated automatically. And so you can even make updates to all of these networks with one message from your mobile device. But for now, using Twitter feed is a good way to get started. There's also additional really cool tweaks we can make to your website that we can talk about so visitors turn your pages into viral content on Twitter and Facebook without you having to do anything, all with a simple click of a mouse. It actually allows visitors to tell their own Twitter followers or Facebook friends that they like your site and content by clicking one single button. Pretty cool, right? And it's the little tweaks like this that grows your website's traffic exponentially, bringing you more and more prospective new customers without you actually doing any of the work. Now, obviously, in this little video series, we can't cover everything. And with the killer tactics and strategies I still want to share with you about getting customers from the internet, we need to press on. I just want you to understand that it only takes simple tweaks to really change the game for you online and turn the internet into a significant source of new customers and growing cash flow for you. Now, since we've got a neat little system set up to take the new content that gets put on your website and distribute it for you to Facebook and Twitter, we need to quickly chat about publishing content to your website. Now, there are really 3 different ways of getting and publishing content on your website. The first way is the least exciting and most labor intensive. It's where you manually create and write your own content. This is where you would write a new article or update at least once a week and then post it to your website. The second way of getting and publishing content for your website is what I call leveraged articles. This is where you obtain the rights to reprint pre-written articles under your own name if you'd like on your website. There are 2 ways you can obtain these leveraged articles. First, there are certain quality websites that sell what are called private label rights to batches of pre-written articles. In many cases, you can obtain the rights to 10 to 15 quality articles for less than $30. It's pretty sick if you think about it. Less than $3 an article and 10 to 15 articles that give you at least 6 to 8 weeks of website content for under $30. The second way of obtaining leveraged articles is to have the original articles created for you and written by article ghost writers. There are few websites where you can hire these ghost writers. In most cases, you'll never need to pay more than $6 per original article, often even less. Once you've gotten your leveraged articles, you can copy and paste them into your website for publishing. Just make sure you set a different publishing date on your website dashboard for each article so your website doesn't post all of it at once, but instead publishes one article once or twice a week on autopilot. Again, this is done by changing the time set on the post publishing page for each article. The third and final way of getting and publishing content on your website is what I call borrowed content, or really by simply syndicating content from other websites. That's right, using the RSS feed from other websites to publish their content on your own website. There's a big upside and a big downside to using this method. The big upside is that it can be fully automated, set up to work and publish content on its own and done for free. The big downside is that readers know it's not content coming from you, so your positioning isn't boosted like it is with other methods, and you don't have as much control over the actual quality of all the content that makes its way onto your website. Let me explain how this works. You would search the internet for a website or two that regularly publishes content you think would be great to syndicate on your website or blog. Once you found a website or web page whose content you want to syndicate on your own, you'd simply find and copy their RSS feed. Then using another free website plugin, such as Multi-Feed-Snap, WP-O-Matic, or free WordPress, you would simply republish the content on your website using the RSS feed you just copied. In other words, any one of those plugins I just mentioned will take an RSS feed from another website and publish its content on your website anytime a new story is posted on that original site. Anytime Google or Yahoo publishes a story, the plugin on your website would take that new content and automatically post it to your site. I recommend method number 2 of using leveraged articles because they can be acquired very inexpensively, they can be posted for publishing in just a few minutes, and they can help to secure your positioning as a true thought leader to your customers and prospective customers because they're not just syndicated content. What we've just covered is a simple little system any business owner or entrepreneur can use and set up in under 10 minutes to get started with automated social media marketing. If you're not using social media marketing properly as part of your overall marketing and business growth strategy, it's only a matter of time before you become more and more irrelevant to your customers and prospects. I want to quickly tell you how to make your website mobile and iPhone compatible, and I want to share with you the biggest mistake many business owners and entrepreneurs are making with the internet and their online marketing efforts. First, let's make sure your website looks great on the iPhone. Now, this does not mean iPhone and iPad users can view any videos necessarily that you have on your website. If your videos are flash or aren't set up correctly, iPhone and iPad users will not be able to view your videos. So what you'll do is simply head over to your WordPress dashboard and click on plugins and search for WP Touch and install the plugin. It should say WP Touch Mobile Plugin. Install that, you should be good to go with a mobile-friendly website. Now let's talk about the biggest mistake business owners and entrepreneurs are making with the internet. When it comes to the internet and social media marketing, traffic generation, the use of video and audio, pay-per-click, and so on, all very effective methods and tactics when used correctly, most business owners and entrepreneurs miss the bigger, more important picture. Most business owners and entrepreneurs are simply on the hunt for the next latest and greatest marketing tactic or whiz-bang, hoping to find one more thing to add to their arsenal that will produce more prospects, customers, and money. And what they have is just a mishmash of tactics strewn together with no rhyme or reason or overall strategy. The end result is that they don't get the new customers, the increase in exposure, the bump in cash flow, and the steady growth they could and should be getting from the internet, simply because they have no strategy and overall plan to their online marketing efforts. This would be the same as a golfer having a bag containing great clubs, but choosing and using their clubs at random with no rhyme or reason to how they approach hitting the ball. This is what happens when you try to use the internet to get new customers and grow your business with just a tactical mindset, looking at each tactic as a standalone method or vehicle and not as a cog in a bigger system. I can tell you, this is a recipe for lots of frustration, disappointment, and weak, if any, results. Transforming a poorly functioning tactical approach to your online marketing into a systemized, strategic, well-oiled machine that produces leads, new customers, and greater cash flow on a consistent, reliable basis for you. With this strategically designed system in place for you, the lackluster, even invisible results you've been getting from the internet will turn into an exciting and hefty source of customers, cash flow, and increasing autonomy for you. In our next video, how to turn your website into an automated lead generation, customer generating machine that works 24/7 for you, producing new customers without needing any work or management from you. How to get all of your online marketing needs taken care of for you for less than $3 an hour. So, I'm off to get started in our next video in this series. Leave a comment below and tell me what you thought of this video.